What's up, addicts? Okay, part two, my guys, running backs. All right, we're going to go through a few names here and just list off why I love these guys this year, and you should try to get as many of them on your teams as you can. All right, number one at the running back position. I know he's going early right now, and he should because he's amazing. Leonard Fournette. So if you guys watched my Leonard Fournette video, you know exactly why I love Leonard Fournette. Right now, he's going at the back end of the first round, I believe at 110. So maybe I helped boost him up because for a while there he was going at 112, 201. So sorry about that if you're drafting at 111. But I think Leonard Fournette has the ability, the capability, and the outlook to lead the league in rushing and be a top 5 fantasy back this year in PPR formats. Yes, he does not have the reception upside that some of the guys going around him does, but he is a beast on the ground. They upgraded his offensive line. Blake Bortles actually looks a little bit more comfortable this year. He still sucks, but overall he's at least comfortable and hopefully won't just throw the games. Their defense is so good, and a great defense is a very good asset for a fantasy running back because they're going to run the game into the ground. They want Leonard Fournette to be the centerpiece of their offense. He bulked up a little bit this year to hopefully not he actually slimmed down a little bit this year so that way he doesn't have as much weight on that ankle, and is trying his hardest to stay healthy throughout the entire season. Granted, anyone can get hurt, but he's looking poised to be a fantastic asset for your fantasy team this year. So if you miss out on one of the elite tier 1 guys, take Fournette. You'll be happy you did it, and you can pair him with another running back or a receiver in the second round, and he can be the head of your team. All right, so another guy that you might consider pairing him if you just want to go running back, I've really warmed up to, but Christian McCaffrey. Oh my goodness. They were talking about giving him 25 to 30 touches a game, and everyone's like, okay, he's going to die. Well, it might still happen, but it looks like that they were actually not being complete liars when they said that. Since the preseason has begun, every time Cam Newton is on the field, Christian McCaffrey is on the field. First down, second down, third down. CJ Anderson has not played with the first team. Christian McCaffrey has been the guy. He has been the workhorse. I didn't think that would happen just based on the personnel, the fact that they went out and got CJ Anderson, but 26 years under Norv Turner's system, Norv Turner has always favored a workhorse running back, and it doesn't look like he's changing his mind. 26 years, that's a long time for someone to get set in their ways. I don't care. That's great, because what that means, Christian McCaffrey is going to get the workhorse load, and he also does have that high reception upside. I think he does have a bit of a risk. That's why I do have him ranked below some of the other guys. I'm not putting him up, too high, but I've jumped him over a lot of the guys that he's going around, and I think that Christian McCaffrey has the upside of what Le'Veon Bell can do for you. I don't think he's necessarily going to get there. Don't quote me and say, oh my gosh, Christian McCaffrey is going to outscore Le'Veon Bell. He could. He has the potential for it. I'm not projecting that, but I think that is his ceiling. And if he does hit that, then you have a great team. If you hit your first round pick and you grab Christian McCaffrey in the second, man, your team could absolutely light it on fire. And then another guy that unfortunately he's going up in the ADP. I've been pushing him for a while. I've had him in my third tier, and he's basically stayed there since I released my tiers back at the beginning or the end of July, and I have Royce Freeman as another one of my guys. Royce Freeman, I think, other than Saquon Barkley is going to destroy it this year as long as he's healthy. I think Saquon Barkley is a beast, but Royce Freeman is still undervalued going at the back end of the third. I projected that he was going to end up rising to the third, so hopefully you guys took my advice if you are drafting early and you got him earlier, or later because now you have to use him, you have to take him in the third round. But hey, guess what? I don't care, because I think if you need a running back in the third, if you go with a wide receiver, you get Gronk in the second round, and you need a running back too, I think Royce Freeman is your guy this year. His floor, at worst case, I couldn't imagine that he's going to finish any worse than CJ Anderson did last year. CJ Anderson was one of only 8 running backs that had 1,000 rushing yards, and he still had about 28 receptions. So if Royce Freeman can just be a more efficient CJ Anderson, and I think Royce Freeman is a better running back. He's a rookie, so we don't exactly know his ceiling, but I love taking guys like that. Look what Kareem Hunt did last year. No one could have projected that he would have did what he did, but guess what? You have rookie upside, because with the running back position, you can catch on very quickly in the NFL. And if Royce Freeman is given, anywhere near the lion's share of carries, which I think he's much better than Devontae Booker, and he's really good in the red zone. So I could, easily foresee him getting double-digit touchdowns. If he can run more efficiently than CJ Anderson, he could easily eclipse 1,000 yards. I think he is a fantastic running back 2 this year. He could even creep into the running back 1 realm. And the last my guy this year, I've really warmed up to him over time, is Marshawn Lynch. So we've heard all off season long that John Gruden really wants to just go back to the early 90s and the way that football is played. Now, will that make the Raiders a good team? I don't know. But what it does mean is he wants to run the freaking ball. And Marshawn Lynch is someone that you want on your team if you're just going to run the freaking ball. He's going really late right now. I think his ADP is right about, I'm going to look at this real quick, 506. So he's jumped up. He was in the 7th round, jumped up to the 6th, and now he's up to the 5th. I think that's right about where he should go. So is he a tremendous value right now at 506? I think he's going, like I said, right where he should go. But if you go wide receiver earlier, you load up, you get an early tight end, and you need another running back, I think Marshawn Lynch is the best option for you, the best backup plan for running back 2. If you get him as your running back 3, if he falls a little bit in the draft because people are using outdated tiers or they're not following ADP, and you can get him in the 6th or the 7th round, then you are getting an absolute steal. He is a workhorse back. He does not have the reception upside that some of the other guys around him have, which does cap him in PPR, but he could still get over double-digit touchdowns, easily get over 1,000 yards, and he'll still catch, at least around 20, 30 balls throughout the year. So he could be a tremendous value for you, a running back 2 that's being drafted with running back 3s, and I love him this year. So those are my guys. I got Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, Royce Freeman, and Marshawn Lynch. Anyway, if you guys found this video helpful, feel free to give a like, subscribe if you want, and definitely download my tiers. You can get them for free. Just click the link in the description box and you'll get those. I'll be sending out a few more updates before the season goes live. If you guys haven't drafted yet, then you'll be sure to have those kept up to date. Anyway, hope you guys found this helpful. Peace.